Hello students of 9th standard. We have started the chapter number 5, acid, base and salts from your science section A part. Then today we are going to see the neutralization reaction. See there, reactivity of acids and base. So what you have to do? Here you have to do one activity. So do this activity. Take 10 ml dilute hydrochloric acid in a beaker. What you have to do? You have to take 10 ml hydrochloric acid in a beaker. Use a glass rod to put a drop of its solution on the pH paper and record the pH of the solution. So what you have to do? You have to take the glass rod and pH paper. With the glass rod, you have to put a drop of HCl onto the pH paper. Add to it a few drops of a dilute NaOH solution by means of dropper and stir the solution with the glass rod. What you have to do? You have to add NaOH to the solution and you have to stir it with the rod. Measure the pH of resulting solution by putting a drop of its solution on the pH paper. Now we have to put the drop by drop of the solution onto the pH paper. In this manner, go on adding NaOH drop by drop and record the pH. So what you have to do? You have to add NaOH drop by drop and you have to record the, you can say, observation. What do you find? Stop adding NaOH when a green color appears on a pH paper. So what you have to do? You have to stop adding NaOH when the, you can say, green color appears onto the pH paper. That is when the pH of the solution becomes 7. That means the pH of the solution becomes 7. At this time you want to stop it. The neutralization reaction. Why does the pH on the NaOH solution is added drop by drop to the HCl solution? Answer lies in the process of the dissociation. Both HCl and NaOH dissociate in their aqueous, you can say, solution. Addition of NaOH solution to the HCl solution is like adding a large concentration of, you can say, OH ions. We know that NaOH is nothing but a base. So on dissociation it gives us OH minus ions. So what happens? Whenever we add NaOH solution to the HCl solution, there will be increase in the, you can say, OH ions, and large concentration, these OH ions are added to the large concentration of H plus ions because HCl contains the H plus ions. However, water dissociates into H plus and OH ions to a very small extent. Whenever you see, there is a creation of a water, or you can say there is a formation of a water, but this formation of water is to a very small extent. Therefore, on mixing, excess OH ions combine with the excess H plus ions to form H2O molecules which mix with the, you can say, solvent water. This change can be represented by ionic equation as shown below. See here there is a, you can say, ionic equation which shows you the particular process. Here HCl dissociates into H plus ions and Cl minus ions, where that of the NaOH dissociates into Na plus and OH minus ions. So therefore what happens? Whenever both of these mix, there is a creation of Na plus and Cl minus plus H2O. There is a formation of a H2O which is to a very little extent. That ionic reaction you can give as follows. See here. H plus and OH minus ions together form the H2O ions. So these are the, you can say, reactions. So as the NaOH solution is added drop by drop to the HCl solution, the concentration of H goes on decreasing due to the combination with the added OH minus ion. So what happens? First we have put the HCl into the beaker. So what does it contains? It contains H plus ions. When we go on adding NaOH, the concentration of the OH ions goes on increasing and that of the H plus ions goes on decreasing. And the pH, however, you see that also goes on increasing. When enough NaOH is added to the HCl, the resulting aqueous solution contains only Na plus and Cl minus. Whenever you see you add more amount of NaOH solution, the stage comes there where there are only, you can say, Na plus and Cl minus ions. That is nothing but there is a formation of a NaCl. Then C, which is nothing but a salt, and solvent that is formed is nothing but a water. Therefore, the reaction is called as a neutralization reaction. Neutralization reaction is also presented by the following equation. Whenever you see the neutralization reaction, how it is represented? See, there is a, you can say, the first solvent that we have taken is nothing but an acid, which is HCl. The second we have taken it as a NaOH. To HCl we have added NaOH, and we have added the NaOH up till the green color appears. That means whenever the green color appears, it is nothing but a neutral solution. After formation of a neutral solution, there is a formation of a salt and a very little extent of a water. Then see, complete the following table of a neutralization reaction and also write down the names of the acid, bases and salts. See here, I have given some acids, base, salt and water. HNO3 plus KOH. HNO3 is nothing but nitric acid. KOH is potassium hydroxide. There is a formation of potassium nitrate plus H2O. Next reaction, H2SO4, that is nothing but a sulfuric acid which is added to ammonium hydroxide. It gives ammonium sulfate plus water. Then HBr, that is nothing but hydrogen bromide. When added to KOH, that is nothing but potassium hydroxide. It gives you potassium bromate plus, you can say, water. So these are the reactions. So they are, when acid and base react each other, they give us salt and water. We know that. We have seen in the neutralization reaction. When the acid and base reacts with each other, there is a formation of a salt plus water. Here also whenever you see, there is a formation of a, you can say, salt. These are nothing but the salts, and there is a formation of a water. These are nothing but the acids and base. When acids and base react together, we get salt plus water. Then see, next page. See, reaction of acids with metal. The reaction of acid with metal is determined by the strength and the concentration of acid and also by the reactivity of the metal and the temperature. So, whenever you see the reaction between the acids and metals, so what happens here actually? The concentration of the acid and also the reactivity of the metal is most important in this case. So see, it is easy to bring out the reaction of a dilute solution of strong acids with moderately reactive metals at a normal temperature. That means we can react the dilute solution of the acids with the, you can say, metals. So here you are going to do one activity. See there, you have to take a big test tube, choose a rubber stopper in which a gas tube can be fitted. So what you have to do, you have to take, or you can say, big, you can say, test tube. So that test tube should be fitted with a, you can say, cork or a stopper, and take a piece of magnesium ribbon in the test tube and add some dilute HCl to it. What you have to do? You have to put a magnesium ribbon into the solution of HCl, and this you have to take it into the test tube. Take a lighted candle near the end of the gas tube and observe what does happen. So what you have to do? You have to take a candle near the, you can say, gas tube which is fitted into the stopper. Magnesium metal, what happens? The magnesium metal reacts with the, you can say, acid, and inflammable gas, that is nothing but a hydrogen gas, is formed. During this reaction, reactive metal displaces hydrogen from the acid to release the, you can say, hydrogen gas. So see what is happening there. From the dilute acid, so whichever the dilute acid may be, so it contains H plus ions. These H plus ions are, you can say, removed, and there is a formation of a H2 gas. Then see, at the same time the metal is converted into basic radical, which combines with the acidic radical to form a acidic radical from the acid to form a salt. So see what happens when metal reacts with dilute acid, it forms the salt plus gas that I have given here. Magnesium, when reacts with twice HCl, that is nothing but hydrochloric acid, it gives you magnesium chloride plus H2 gas. Similarly, when zinc is reacted with sulfuric acid, it gives you zinc sulfate plus H2 gas. When Cu reacts with HNO3, that is nothing but nitric acid, it gives you copper nitrate plus H2 gas. Then see, these are the, you can say, reactions which are telling you that the metal when reacts with the dilute acid, it gives you salt and water.